All right, we are going to call this meeting to order. And I need a motion for the certification of the open, or,
You just
excuse
need
me.
to
I need
ask
to-
me if it's,
Yes, I need to, yes. Is certification of the open meeting law requirements been met?
yes, they have. We've posted and notified.
All right, we need the adoption of the agenda. Need a motion for adoption of the agenda.
I'll so move. Oh, I'll second.
Okay, first by Richard and second by Dawn. All right, I need the.
Any discussion?
Oh, any discussion? Hearing none? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Not in favor? All right, we're going to go to the adoption of the February 21st, 22 minutes. I need a motion for that adoption.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And second.
All right, we have the motion from Dawn and the second from Richard. Any discussion? Hearing none? All those in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? All right, moving to number 5, reports, digital media update, please.
And I'm just looking at the agenda too, and it says the adoption of the February 21st, 2022 minutes. So you might want to put 2023 minutes on there.
Yes, that is correct.
That's a
23
good
minutes.
catch.
That was a nice catch.
I just saw that and I was like, wait, that's not right.
That's awesome.
You do that too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So, some updates from us. We won 2 Excellence Awards and 2 Achievement Awards to go along with 4 Merit Awards at our Best of the Midwest Media Fest. Some of the ones that won, we have the Memories of Joe Petrick Jr., that won a Merit Award. We have History Files with Mary and Nancy, that won an Excellence Award and a Best Program produced by seniors. We have Name That Road, that won a Merit Award. Miss Whitehall and Little Miss Whitehall Pageant, that won an Excellence Award. The Relay for Life event, that won an Achievement Award. The Bruce Valley Stream Bank Restoration, that won an Achievement Award. Community Connections High School Racing Association video, that won a Merit. And the Flick List video won a Merit as well. So that was great that we could bring 2 Excellence Awards home in my first year here, so I was really proud of that and really happy for the people that won them and glad I could be a part of it. I plan on attending the conference and representing WTCO in Madison on May 4th and 5th. It's our annual conference every year, and we have like an awards banquet. I'll have the plaques we won by the next time we meet, assuming that's in, I think, in June. We're working currently with the Old Main in Gilesville and libraries in the county to bring a variety of programming. I anticipate this summer will be more busy, and I anticipate us recording more videos than we did last year, my first summer here. So I'm excited for the summer again, and hopefully we get past all this snow one day so we can go do things outside now. And that's all I have for an update.
Well, congratulations. That's really great. All of those awards are excellent work.
Yes, I think it was our first Excellence Award since 2014, so it's great to bring some back here for the first time in a while.
Nice.
Anybody have any other questions? All right, we're going to move to B, museum updates.
And we have no update. Nancy is trapped at home,
Yeah.
waiting for the snow to melt or somebody to plow her driveway. But hopefully she'll be able to join us next time.
Sounds good. I think we'll move to C, educator report.
We're starting with you.
Ooh, me? I guess since I'm the only educator here, you have to start with me. So, yeah, I'm back. I had a little baby girl. Her name is Grace Adeline Schleiss. She is a handful. She's a lot like me as a baby, so...
Oh, no?
Not bad. I mean, I'm going to say that because it's me.
That's right.
But, no, she's pretty great.
Good.
Well, congratulations.
So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's probably gonna talk fairly quickly because she makes a lot of noise, and I did the same thing growing up. So I was talking by a year old. I was doing like the whole alphabet and everything. So I have a feeling
That's awesome.
that she's very noisy. So yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm back. I dug out my email pile because I thought I would have more, but I only had 949 emails.
So that's not bad.
I thought I was
Think about, yeah.
I thought I was gonna have like over 1,000.
Really, yeah.
I was quite surprised, and luckily Pat and Tammy held down the fort really well, so there really wasn't anything big I had to come back and put out for a fire, so that was good.
Good.
I know,
Lots of little ones.
gold stars.
Yeah,
I need to get you guys some
absolutely.
chocolate or something. But yeah, so I tried to hit the ground running. I've got a couple programs already on the docket. I'm gonna be doing YQCA on May 6th because it's the Youth for the Quality Care of Animals. It is pretty much like a producer type program. You'll hear Steve talk about beef,
BQCA.
BQCA, so his beef quality producers. So this is something that's like a requirement for kids if they show at the fair. It talks about food safety, animal handling safety, biosecurity, and one other topic. Oh, like how to promote your project. So I'll be teaching that in May to give an in-person option, even though it is online, but some people just don't like the format, and it takes an hour if I teach it. So we're going to do that in May. And then I'm also planning a showing workshop because I had a parent reach out to me last year and say, hey, my daughter won showmanship, but we don't know what we did.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm like, I can handle that. That is actually, growing up when I was in 4-H, I showed everything except for poultry and,
Rabbits.
no, I showed rabbits. Dairy cows, but I could show a dairy cow. It's very similar to, I showed beef, sheep, swine, goats, rabbits, horses. I've shown damn near everything. So I'm like, I can do that. I will. So I'm trying to connect with some people who are willing to teach some sessions and really give kids like a leg up on what they need to do, how they should be clipping their animals, how they should be showing them, like maybe what some showmanship questions might be. So I'm hoping that that'll get some kids a little bit more prepared for showing. Plus, I'm like, then we can think about summer, right?
Right.
Other than that, and I'm also working with preparing for summer camp. I had to hit the ground running with that, so I'm already doing a lot of stuff. I finished
Good.
the newsletter this last week. I'm gonna talk to the TV studio this week and see if I can get a virtual one done. I haven't done that in a while. I fell off the bandwagon there for a little bit, but we're back on, so
Good, good deal.
I'm gonna start some good habits.
And I will, okay, do as I say, not as I do. Remember to turn on the microphone. I will update you on other people's activities. All the schools are closed today, so parents are managing their children. Just one update, Melissa is back from her medical leave. So this was going to be her first full week, and of course she has to work at home with her charming children.
Yes.
We do love her children, but it's hard to do your Zoom when they're
Oh, absolutely.
using the computer for other things. And then two pieces of good news. Both Melissa and Adam received the Dean's Innovations Awards. Adam received one for the work with Juntos. He got a statewide grant, so that helps to support our Juntos program and Juntos in the rest of the state. And I'm not sure, I can't remember the exact amount of that, but Melissa got a $12,000 grant to do a special water testing program in western Wisconsin. There are like 4 or 5 counties participating, pretty much from Clark all the way through to the river. And they will be testing the housing, the farm housing that farmers use for their hired people. That's largely a Latinx population, so we're going to take advantage of language skills and get that important message out. So she's been on leave, but she's been writing and doing different things, and we can expect a full array of work when she gets back. Steve is working with a statewide team on updating the grain marketing program, the teaching that he does, and he did a class on that a couple weeks ago. So that's been his big work. Jacob and Adam, I think today they were supposed to be out doing some Earth Day things, but I don't think they are.
I think that was postponed.
My guess would be it was
Yes.
postponed. But I know that this week and next week, both of them have a number of teaching events with some of the local schools centered around environmental education. I'm really working hard to remember. And what you do have here, and April sends her apologies. April and Monica send their apologies. It is, they are working, providing education, but she did highlight what her programming she and Monica have been doing. So basically, the way it works is that, because Monica is still being trained in, they'll go and sort of team teach, or Monica will watch April deliver the program, and then the rest of the programs that week, Monica takes care of. So they are focused here on kindergarten and fifth graders. Kindergarten kids are real full of energy. And you can see they're doing some growing activities, sprouting beans. They're using, God, what are they using? She told us the other day. Paper towels, beans in a bag. And Monica gets very excited because some of these kids have been so taken with this. They brought their beans home, they have them planted, they're growing, they're going to transplant them outside.
We did this when we were kids.
It's a great way.
It's cool to keep it going.
Keep it going, and beans are big enough, the seeds are big enough that you can actually see
Yes.
all the parts and pieces as they come through. So it's kind of an important lesson. Then they talked about some of the evaluations, kids helping parents make supper, working hard to get a variety of foods, and the students talk about new foods in lunch line. And one of my students corrected another who had said, ew, about a food they'd mentioned. The student responded, don't yuck my yum. So I kind of like that idea. Don't yuck my yum. And that's highly valued. Then the other thing that April has spent time putting together is a new programming needs assessment. And you can see her, it's one that's got yellow highlighted information. And it's well worth going through because it will help you understand some of the different demographics and affecting people in our county. Part of the reason she did this is with her expansion to 4 counties, she needed to update the budget and work on getting, different education and programming. A couple of the changes, just to remind you, she went from coordinating 2 counties to 4 counties. And just a reminder, that's how we originally started years and years ago. The other thing that she's been able to do is that with all the staff, she was going to start with an extra 0.5 FTE. We got a guaranteed 0.6 FTE budget-wise, and it may end up being 0.75. She's not committing to anything until she gets solid word from the program director. But one of the reasons she made that request was, I don't know if it's the first time ever, but certainly in a number of years, Blair Taylor's elementary school now qualifies for the programming. They hit the 50% eligible for free and reduced. So with that, they needed extra staff. So, but she apologizes because she's over in Mondovi already doing a Head Start program. So there's some really good information here just about assets and partners and nutrition behaviors and demographics. So that's very good, valuable information to have.
So this here tells us where the yellow thing is, this tells us where they're at when it comes to reduced lunch?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
look at the far right
Right.
column, it tells you the percentage of students who are eligible for the free and reduced lunches.
Okay.
And that magic number is 50% or more. So with the high school programs and the middle schools and high schools, she generally doesn't teach those because they usually have really good family and consumer education programs. Not all of them, but in Trempealeau they do. So she focuses more energy on the elementary school kids. And if you've been paying attention, she's been reaching out to more senior populations at the senior, not the senior food sites, but the rentals, the apartments. So it's this mixed blessing. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would rather people didn't need to have free and reduced lunches.
Agreed, yeah.
And I also firmly believe if they need them, feed them, because that makes all the difference. It can make all the difference in learning. But I am glad that we do have this program to support the nutrition education. And if you actually read through the evaluation stuff, it really does. I mean, there's a reason to teach the kids because A, then they have that information and knowledge, and B, any of you who've been parents know that they're going to share their knowledge with you adamantly over and over. And it's actually, it harkens back to the very start of programming and extension when they had what were called corn clubs, sort of the predecessor towards 4-H. And they'd get the kids together and teach them about all the corn varieties and how to grow the best corn and everything with the notion that the kids would then teach their parents. So it's a tried and true method.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. And I'd like to say that she could do she could do a more thorough presentation of the demographic situation statement if you want, but we'd have to be sure that it was on a day when she was available. Although most of her work is with the schools, and with the June meeting, we probably could get that if you want it. So
Okay.
let me know and I will talk with her.
Okay.
Are there any other activities that I am missing, Miss Munson? Okay, yep. They're very busy, and they're getting ready for community garden, and Jacob has a number of, tomatoes. He's doing tomato classes, and the people are really enjoying that, so.
Well, I got an update on meetings. So the meetings for having a meeting in Whitehall, which is really for a lot of it's for 4-H, but so speaking with the people that are looking at how we can do it, because we did this before COVID came along, and the reason why they stopped it is because of COVID. Now what they want to do is, of course, they're going to still do it, but it's a situation where I mentioned, can we do this without having security in the front? And they said, well, do we have security or we don't have security? So if we're going to have security, we need to have security for the whole building all the time. If we don't have it, then we shouldn't have it ever. So the situation is of course, we've had security, and security is going to stay here. So right now, I wanted just to bring up the information that they gave me. It ain't set in stone, or it's until this is done, October, as I find out that the building should be completed in October. We ain't gonna be able to really get started until probably around January 1st of next year, because they gotta do all the training and go through all the scenarios when it comes to the jail. But looking at, if we wanna have meetings here somehow, some way, it's gonna be basically $50 an hour to have some security guard up front. So he says that's a ballpark area where it's gonna cost, because it's gonna be time and a half. It's an overtime deal. So if somebody wants to have a meeting here, say once a month or something, if it's gonna be a 2-hour meeting, you're looking at about $100 coming out. Now, if we're gonna do that, of course, the sheriff's department needs to put that in their budget, and then find out how that all works when it comes to how they get paid. But that's kind of in a nutshell how that's gonna work, or
Yeah,
could work.
I'll just sneak in here.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
It's, property committee's gonna make that decision.
Okay,
And
perfect.
we haven't gotten that far yet.
Okay,
Last Monday. We had the meeting, had, I'd say, 45-minute discussion, and we just kind of said we can't decide until we get moved in.
right.
And then it'll have to still be a decision if we just can figure out a way to have something open without security. So the
Right.
security thing is up in the air, just like you said.
Yeah,
too.
yep, it's just one
And
of
the
those
dollar
things.
amount will depend on what that is.
Right.
We are
Okay,
the
perfect.
$50 amount is where we're gonna be for now, but if security has to be involved, then it changes. Yeah.
Yes, perfect,
But we're not gonna move it forward at all until,
Until you have more detail?
yeah.
yes. I just,
I think we're gonna keep it on the agenda every month, just
Good.
to keep it live, so we
Yeah.
don't let it go by the wayside.
I do know that I will have some staff attending the next property meeting to talk about some concerns. And it's not so much the meeting stuff, we've already shared that with you. It has stuff more to do with all the things we move in and out. So be prepared for them to come and share with you. So,
yeah, I heard the little concern of it is only gonna be one in and one out. And so when you're taking stuff, I suppose when you're taking stuff out, or it's one in, right? I'm pretty sure you can walk out, but you can't get back in the same door.
Right.
That's just what I'm understanding. So it's a situation where you'd have to walk all the way around to come back in. So it's one of, so there's some
There's a lot
concerns
of
there, and we've
discussion there
definitely
also.
we've heard that discussion. So, I mean, it's gonna take some time to get through it all, when it's, it's,
we'll get work.
but we gotta bring out the concern, and we gotta focus on it and get it resolved, so.
Yeah.
I
So,
just wanted to pass that information to you, so you didn't think I was dropping the ball on the meeting.
no, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I, two successful Dean's Innovation Grants and lots of programming, and they will share that with you at our next meeting, which
awesome.
hopefully won't have, what, half a foot, 9 inches
Yeah.
of snow?
By then, it better not be here.
Yeah, really, really. So thank you.
And anybody else have any other questions? All right, I think, look, we're,
Oh, Adam is
Oh,
here.
Adam is
Adam
here.
can do his report yes. Adam, why don't you share? I was kind of vague.
Yeah, my apologies. I was trying to find the connection information. Hello, everyone.
hello, Adam.
A report. So right now we're gearing up for a lot of summer programming. So we got our summer science camp coming up that we're doing outreach for. We've got our 8th grade environmental day program, which may be the first time that you all are hearing about it. We try to get all of the 8th graders in the county. Some school districts participated before COVID and they're kind of slow to come back. But we've got 3 school districts confirmed for that. So about 150 youth that will be going to the Trempealeau area to look at some of the natural resources there. So they visit the Lock and Dam number 6, they visit the Trempealeau National Wildlife Refuge, and they visit Perot Park. So it's a great experience for them to take advantage of local things that maybe some of them have never seen before, never even thought to see, but they're, pretty close by. Other than that, doing some fatherhood programming with Head Start programs. Notably, this spring was with the Independence Head Start. So I had a great Dad and Me program with them. And then we're in the middle of our Juntos program in Arcadia. So that's 5 Tuesdays in a row, evenings, usually between 3 and 4 families. But it's really key to making sure that some of those kids graduate high school and then kind of figure out what sort of work they want to do afterwards. Beyond that, those are kind of the main things. We received an innovation grant and a few other grants to make the Juntos program fully kind of self-sustaining, which is really nice. So yeah, I think those are kind of the main highlights I can think of right now.
That's awesome. It's great.
Any questions?
Any questions? Yeah. Anybody have any questions for Adam? All right.
Work.
Looks like we're going to move to number 6. Business items to discuss possible action. A, wage increase of digital media department summer intern.
Yes. So the wage increase I'm requesting is from $9.75 to $11.50. It's an increase of $1.75. I believe this will help us be more competitive for the summer LTE position and attract more candidates than last year. Also, I've budgeted for it in last year's budget.
You budgeted for the
Er,
increase in cost?
Yes.
How many applicants did you have last year at the lower rate?
Just one.
Okay. That is definitely pretty low wage. What hours are they usually expected to work?
It kind of varies, but it's typically about 20, 25 hours a week, I think. Typically it was last year.
Is it usually off hours, weekends?
Yes. And then they would come in and edit as well during the week.
I think it was really successful last year with that gentleman, right? That we had?
Yes, yeah, he was the one that won the other excellence award for the Miss Whitehall and Little Miss Whitehall pageant. So that was really great that he could win an excellence award, and he also won an achievement award for the Relay for Life event in Whitehall as well. So
Wow.
he did some really good work last summer, and we're really happy with that, and really love to get it above the single digits for the wage increase. So.
And you did
Is this
budget it
usually
in.
like a high school person or not necessarily or not ever?
Anywhere from high school to college, but there really isn't an age requirement or anything like that. They can use it as an internship, but they don't have to. It's more of just like a limited time summer help. But so yeah, there's no age requirement or anything like that. But so far we've just had interest from high school student so far. But yeah, I did budget for it when we had the budget meeting in August last year. So we do have it in there.
Any other
Does this
questions?
Yeah, sorry.
No, go
Does
ahead.
this person drive a county vehicle to events, or is there mileage also involved?
Nope, there's mileage.
So mileage is above and beyond the hourly wage.
Correct. Yep. I think it's 65.5 cents per hour right now, or
I'm sure it's
per mile.
state
Sorry.
rate.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I make a motion to approve.
Need a second?
Second.
All right, we got a motion to, first motion we got with Dawn, and second is Richard. And any discussion? Looks like we're moving forward with that, wage
Well,
increase.
you need actually to
Oh,
vote on it.
oh, we do have to vote on it. Oh, I suppose we do, because it's money.
Yeah, money.
All right. Do we need to take a roll call for that? I think we do, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. So, Ms. Munson, roll call them. Oh. Just their name and then record their vote.
Yep.
Okay, Andy Todd.
Yes.
Dawn Waldera.
Yes?
And
Yes.
Doc Sasha.
All right. Looks like we've
This
moved
does
it.
need to go to the full county board, I presume also.
Yes.
It will be tomorrow.
Okay.
We'll
So
have
it's
this
unanimous.
signed resolution for you, Dawn.
Oh, this one. No, it would actually just go with the motion.
Oh, will it?
Didn't have a resolution.
Okay, all right.
We have
All
a
right.
resolution to sign.
What's that?
We have to sign the resolution.
Yeah, but the raise isn't a resolution.
No,
No.
no.
So, next we have our resolution.
Okay, next we have the resolution, so what do we need to do on that?
I shall read them to you.
Okay, thank you.
We needed these, we need to move them into non-lapsing account for the auditors, correct? Correct. So, there were two funds that we did that with. And the first one is our community garden, and we've had the community garden for a number of years. And we want to pull it out of the, what we call the PAT fund. That's no reference to me. It's pesticide applicator training, so we've been working on renaming that. But the resolution is this. Whereas UW-Madison Division of Extension, Trempealeau County would like accounts updated for community garden, and whereas this money is intended to support county educators in their work with residents involved in the community garden, now be it resolved that Trempealeau County accepts this update and that money be deposited in revenue account 101.46767 Community Garden and expense account 101.55625.348 Community Garden as a non-lapsing account, and introduced by Extension Education and Communication Committee. And this would be a case where you'd have a motion and a second, and then you open it for discussion.
Discussion. All right, I need to have a motion if I could.
Motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
All right, so Richard's going to make that motion, and Dawn is second. Any discussion?
Yes. Can you help me understand? So is really the only thing that's changing with this then, that it's going to be in a non-lapsing account?
Essentially, that is the only change. We're kind of segregating it from an existing non-lapsing account so that we can better monitor what's coming in and what's coming out, so that when Jacob is doing an educational program that supports the community garden, we pull that money from here. And that would be where we would put the revenue, because we do charge for the lots. Is it $25 per lot? And that helps us cover the costs of preparing the lot. We're paying for the water? Yep. And we're paying for the water. And fertilizing. So basic plot preparation, and then any additional educational programs.
And this is funded by UW, who's requested that this go into a non-lapsing account? I'm sorry, I just want to make sure.
No, that's our full name, is UW-Madison Division of Extension, Trempealeau County. It's actually the county office that's requesting this.
For auditing purposes?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Any other discussion? So do I need to make a motion?
Oh, there is already a
there's
motion. You
already
just
some-
need to call for the vote.
All right, need to call for the vote. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, looks like we're
And-
moving forward.
I will pass this to you to sign, and it will be at the meeting tomorrow, so you can sign in person there.
Sounds good.
All right, we're going to move to C, Youth Education Resolution.
Okay, I will read this one to you. Thanks, Doc. And this is for that same reason, for auditing purposes. So whereas UW-Madison Division of Extension, Trempealeau County would like accounts updated for youth education, And whereas this money is intended to support county educators in their work with residents involved in the youth education, now be it resolved that Trempealeau County accepts this update and that money be deposited in revenue account 101.46774 youth education and expense account 101.55650.348 youth education as a non-lapsing account, introduced by Extension Education and Communication Committee. You need a motion.
I need a motion and a second.
And then
Make a
we can
motion.
discuss it.
Second.
All right, we got the motion from Dawn, second from Richard. Any discussion?
Same scenario as before, correct?
Yeah.
All right, we need to take a vote. Everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, we're moving forward. We will sign this.
Same deal, it'll be there tomorrow.
All right. Looks like we're moving on to the, setting the next meeting date. It looks like we're gonna go like every other month like we discussed, unless anybody feels like we need to go.
To June, obviously, huh?
Yep, that's what we're looking at. And we've always done what, the third Tuesday? Third Tuesday. I think it'd be the 20th,
That would be what day of the week?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, okay, we switched because of yeah. Tuesdays work best for me.
And we're gonna go 8:30, sound good to everybody?
Todd?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. I am wondering about an agenda item. I'm understanding that there's been talk at the county at different committees about the media coverage of meetings. I'd like to hear more about that, if we could talk about that at the next meeting.
I don't see why we can't.
We're discussing that at exec finance. And we've asked Highway to come in, but I don't know if that's been done yet. So I guess we need to do some more discussion. There is still the issues with the meetings at, like, Health and Human Services, because there's people that aren't part of the board or work for the county. So we try to help them folks. Well, you know, obviously with the health, we have doctors that can't really break their day up to come to a meeting, so that one might be a question.
But they can attend virtually as an option, but I guess for what I'm really looking for is talk about how this impacts our media, since that is our work as a team, so I guess I'm a little concerned that these discussions have been happening at other committee levels without our involvement to begin with in this discussion. And I don't mean that negatively, really, just that I think if our committee is the oversight committee for media, then the request really should be coming through this committee, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Totally agree. I think we should put it on our next agenda. At least talk about it.
Do you want us to invite a member from some other committees? Do we want the chair of the exec finance, or what other committees are discussing it?
What was you saying, Richard? Who's, exec finance, is that who's discussing it?
Finance, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would be helpful to know what's been discussed and who is requesting what. I'm not opposed to having the work done by any means. I just, again, I want to understand it and make sure that we have an understanding of what's being asked of the media department.
Okay.
Agreed. All right. I will be adjourning this meeting at 9:15 a.m. Thanks, everybody.
Thank Thank you, thank you.